Morning everyone. Hi, happy Monday to you. How are you all doing? I hope you've had a fabulous weekend, and of course today we are on episode 13 of the Inspired to Greatness show. So what have you been up to? I'm going to give you a minute or two to jump on before we get started, and hopefully I will be able to see your comments today. Those of you who've been listening in the last couple of weeks, you know that I'm currently at my mother's house in northern Lincolnshire, and we are out in, rural farmland. So we have something like 2 meg broadband here, which is not far off being like the days of dial-up, I can tell you. So one thing I've noticed since doing these lives is it's meaning the comments are coming up very slowly. So whilst you all jump on, I will just find you here on my laptop, because often they do show on the laptop in a way that they don't on my phone. So yes, how are you all doing? Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a fabulous weekend. Let me know, what have you been doing in the comments below? What have you been up to this weekend? And as always, a bit of housekeeping. I would love you to share your comments, your insights, your ahas. I'd love to hear where you're listening in from. Are you listening in from the UK? And actually, I know a lot of the people in this group currently are based in the UK, but of course, as my travels begin, I'm sure there will be more of an international crowd. So yeah, just let me know where you're listening in from today. And let's have a look. Can we see? Yes, I'm here live. Yes, I can see me on my laptop. Great. So yeah, welcome to episode number 13 of the Inspired to Greatness show. I've got a super exciting topic for you today. 4 ways to put the sparkle back in your biz. But before we get into that, please do say hello. Let me know where you're listening in from, and also share some emojis. It's, smash those buttons below. Give me some hearts, give me some likes, laugh with me, or at me, depending on how you want to do it. But use any of the emojis below. And also, I'd love to hear from you if you are listening into the replay, because I can see you all watching, but I often don't hear from many of you. So yeah, it's always nice to see who we've got in this group and see who's active and switched on, ready for action. And of course, today, in terms of announcements, many of you will remember that next Saturday, I will be hosting my Speaking Superstar virtual intensive. That's Saturday the 28th. The beauty of this is you can work with me no matter where you live around the UK. And also it means you don't even have to leave your home. And one of the things I'll be teaching is my step-by-step system for quickly designing, marketing and presenting a compelling signature talk that wins hearts and minds of your ideal clients, builds your list and community, generates more leads, and reliably transforms a high percentage of your audience into eager paying clients. And if you register before tomorrow morning, you still stand to make a saving. We've got a nice little group of people, an intimate group, so it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to seeing how you all use speaking as a strategy for raising your visibility, whether that's live and in person or indeed virtually in this format. So if you'd like to learn more about that, just head over to victoriaplayer.com/learn more. Okay, and everything you need can be found at that page. So that is the housekeeping out of the way. Hello, who's joining us? For some reason I can't see who it is today. Let's have a little looky here. Share in the comments below. I can see you all, but for some reason the comments aren't coming up today. So maybe they're delayed, but we'll see how we go. So let's get into today's topic then. 4 ways to put the sparkle back in your business. Because one of the reasons I chose this was that, I always think your business should be designed in a way that's a true and exciting representation of you and the way you want to work and the way you want to show up in the world. And so one of the things I find is women feel that they have to do this and they have to do that rather than getting to do it. And, you know, it can, if you've been in business for a while, there may be times when you hit that, Eileen, hello, good morning, where you hit that brick wall, you know, where suddenly you're not so passionate, it all becomes a little bit laborious, the ideas train dries up, it feels like an uphill struggle, and you know you're supposed to be working, you know you're supposed to be doing stuff in your business, but it all feels like very much of an uphill battle, an uphill struggle, and you spend hours blankly staring at your laptop rather than doing the things you know you should be doing. And it ultimately results in us feeling very uninspired, very demotivated, and we start to get into that space of, you know, I don't know what's wrong with me. Come on, hands up. Who's been there? I'm interested to know. I'm sure some of you have been in that exact same space. It's like wading through glue. And that's when ultimately we start to fall out of love with the idea of having a successful business. And very quickly, we start to second guess ourselves. We start to, you know, second guess the viability of our business and second guess our own ability. We start to think that it's us, that there's something wrong with us. So, you know, that's why one of the reasons why I chose this topic today. It is because no matter how long you've been in business, no matter how good you are at what you do, we all hit that wall every now and again, don't we? Hands up. Anyone experienced that? Eileen, have you experienced that? I don't know whether there's anyone else. For some reason, oh, I can't even see my pointer now. For some reason, I can't see who's on the call today. So hands up, tell me, do you ever feel uninspired and like you're hitting that brick wall in your business? Because if that is you, then you are going to love what I have to share with you today. Because when you really start to reignite the passion in your business, and it means that it kickstarts that inspiration. We suddenly have tons of ideas coming in. We sort of get that loving feeling back for our business, and it just puts the pizzazz back in things. And I think, why run a business if you're not excited about it? Kirsty, good morning. Hello, how are you? You know, because I find that when you're excited about what you're doing, Eileen's saying, I'm trying to learn to make money. Okay, so that can be very that can make you feel like you're in that uphill battle stage. And actually, when I first started in business, you know, the obsession is I need to make money, I need to have the clients coming in, and that's our sole focus. But actually, that in and of itself is not very sexy, and it does feel like hard work because there's a lot of fear around that. We start to worry, why aren't the clients coming in? What's wrong with me? Is there something missing? Is it the way I'm coming across? Is my message wrong? Am I doing the wrong thing? All the self-doubt comes in. But one thing I've found, and what really shifted things for me in my business, is when I started to create from an inspired place, when I started to pour more of me into my business. And I'm going to share some tips with you in a moment to help you do that. But you've got to remember that people buy from real people, and when you're lit up, when you're excited, when you've got a bit of bang for your buck, and you know, when you've got a bit of pizzazz in your business and it's fun, and you know, depending on your natural style, I remember thinking, you know, I want to make my business like a social event that I want to go to, you know. And, you know, I've always loved cocktails, I've always loved music, I've always loved clubbing, I always loved fashion. You know, I like the nice things in life. And, excuse me, I started to put more of that into my business. I remember the time when I made the decision to stop just going through the motions and stop have it being laborious. And I started to create, I remember creating a package called Step Into Your Spotlight. And it involved, obviously it was a 6-month program. And as part of that program, I had cocktail soirees. I had, beautiful dinners in high-end restaurants in London. I, really created an experience. Plus, we all had photo shoots, as well as my usual coaching. And so it was more of a joy and pleasure. I was more excited about it. I also raised my fees as well to make it happen. Obviously, you're going to need to if you're doing things like that. But, one might usually think, well, what's cocktails got to do with business coaching? And what has a photo shoot got to do with business coaching? But it actually brought more value to my offers. And it made what I was doing so much more exciting. So I enrolled clients very quickly at a much higher level. And I am absolutely certain that some of that was because I was passionate about what I was doing. It actually personally excited me. And so when I was speaking about my offer and when I was promoting it and when I was telling potential clients about it, they could feel that excitement. So it was, excuse me. I seem to have a bit of a cough today because it's a bit hay fevery out here in the country. The leaves are just coming out on the trees and the blossoms out, and it's giving me a bit of hay fever. We're in the thick of farming land out here. Clearly, I'm not hardened up to the farming ways. City girl through and go through right here. Eileen saying, that's a great idea about creating the fun elements to offers. Absolutely, because one thing I'll tell you right now, people, you've heard me bang on about results. Your focus should be about bringing clients results, and you should never waver on that. However, people, if they're investing their hard-earned cash to work with you, they don't just want the service and they want the results. But what makes it so much more sexy is if you really create an experience that's joyful, that's something that they can remember, something that they can look back on and feel that they had this whole encompassing experience and they got the results. I tell you what, that is what creates really great clients, excited clients, clients that become your cheerleaders, clients that tell everybody about their experience with you, and those clients who are enjoying their experience with you are more likely to do the work. And these are the clients that are most likely to get results. So I'd love to hear your insights on this. Is this something that's resonating with you? So type yes in the comments below if it is. Because, we're women. We don't have to do business in a masculine way, in the corporate way, or, I don't know what your background is, but, sorry. Beg your pardon. I don't know what your background is, but give yourself permission to get creative and create from a place of passion. So let's get into the tips. I know I've just accidentally on purpose just given you some off the cuff just there. Eileen saying absolutely yes, femininity rocks indeed. And so the first tip I want to share with you today, if you want to put more sparkle back in your biz, if you want to start feeling more inspired and feeling like you're more of an influencer rather than feeling like you're on this uphill slog, then my first recommendation to you, and this is an absolute must, ladies, if you're not doing this, try it and just see how your business soars. The first tip is to get into community with other big thinking women who are also creating and inspiring and being inspired, and who are aspirational, who are doing big things, not just going through the motions, women who want to create something amazing, that are thinking out of the box, who are fierce and fearless, women who are not always in that space of lack, women who are like, yeah, come on, let's go. Susan, morning, hello. It's Kirsty saying, love this, bring in the feminine, woohoo, absolutely. And listen, let's share in the comments below, what ideas have you got, each of you, for bringing more femininity and bringing more you into your business? Just give me like 2 or 3 things right now in the comments where you could inject more pizzazz, more passion, more femininity, more of whatever it is that makes you you. Because, you know, maybe you're not a pizzazz kind of girl. Maybe you're more chilled and relaxed vibe or whatever. What's your version of that? Put 3 suggestions in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear, because, you know, it's all very well you listening to me, but listening, just knowing, you know, hearing more stuff is not going to make a difference to your business. Actually thinking about how this applies to your business is what's going to create the shift. So comments below right now. You're on a timer. Susan, hi Victoria, hello lovely. I'll be seeing you on the coaching call in a few minutes. So yeah, being in community. So this is about doing your research. Find communities where bigger thinking women are hanging out. So this is one, the Inspired to Greatness community. I always try and create community for more up-leveled thinking women, women who are up to bigger things in the world, rather than always being in lack and not enough. So the beauty of that, I remember when I lived up in the Midlands and my son was tiny, I was desperately in need of community. You know, being a stay-at-home mum on my own, looking after a small child was quite, you know, it really shrunk my thinking. So this is how the Inspired to Greatness community came out. Where I lived at that time, there was nothing in the way of, you know, up-leveled business communities. It was so dull. There wasn't much choice for starters. There was very little going on where I was living. But that there was just like, oh, really? And so the Inspired to Greatness group happened because I used to host gatherings in London. I used to travel from the Midlands to London once a month to be in community with my kind of sisters. And that's how this community evolved over the time. And the beauty of it was, you know, I did it purely for selfish reasons in the first instance, to just give me that pick me up, to get to bring the sparkle back. And I'll tell you what, I used to go down there, we used to have wine as well, I'd speak on a topic, we'd network, and we'd have such a lovely time, all of us. And they were my kind of girls that would attend. And I'd enjoy it as much as any of them. And I would come back on the train. I'd get back home at about midnight by the time it was done. But on the train, I'd be with a notebook, just scribbling down ideas, because just being in community with the right type of people just, you know, sparked my inspiration button. The passion came up. Susan saying, I can use my essential oils to show people how they can be more abundant and feel amazing. Yes, absolutely. Eileen says, you so inspire me. Oh, thank you, lovely. That's nice of you to say. I know what I will call it. Creativity Sisters. Perfect. Good. I'm glad you're getting inspired to action here. I mean, let's face it, this group is called Inspired to Greatness, so let's start as we mean to go on. But yeah, I used to go home fully inspired, and without question, every single time I did my monthly trip to London, I came back and I made money and I enrolled clients because I was just exuding that energy. So don't underestimate the power of getting out from behind your laptop and being in community with other big thinking women. That's the key. That's the starting point. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to launch something new. When I'm working with clients, because obviously, you know, I have clients that I've been working with for a long time because they go from one program to the next to the next. And if they ever get to the point where they're just a bit about their packages or programs, or if I feel that their energy is dropping and they're not quite as motivated, this is something we look at. We say, okay, what can you create? What new package or program, or how can you take what you're currently doing and put more pizzazz into it so that it's exciting to you? You know, we look at launching something fresh, something exciting, something that actually inspires them. You know, it's not just about, I mean, it's important, don't get me wrong, but it's not just about what the client wants. You also have to be totally in love with what you're putting out into the world. It needs to be a unique and exciting representation of you, because, you know, when you show up in your business in that way, you will call in the people you are meant to serve, and that only you are meant to serve. That's what makes you unique in the marketplace. So if you're feeling uninspired about what you're putting out into the world, about your offers, about your marketing materials, about the way you're sharing your message, whatever it is, if you're not lit up by it, then do something. Start to make it exciting. Express yourself in whatever way excites you, because when you're excited, you will inspire others to do the same. No one's going to buy something from you if you're like, and here's my offer, it's you know, that's so dull, so boring. Whereas if you're like, yeah, come and join us, it's going to be so good, I'm super excited, it's going to be like a little party, come join it, you know, there's a big difference, isn't there? That's going to make someone feel like they're missing out and they want to be part of your offer. So that's the second step, excuse me. Launch something new. So again, in the comments below, give me 1 or 2 ideas about what you could launch or what you could add to a new program that would make it inspiring. So actually that's pretty much a similar question, you know, call to action that I've just given you a moment ago. But yeah, what ideas are coming in for you in terms of launching something new? Put it in the comments below. So the third tip I want to share with you today to help you put more sparkle back in your biz is to take a workation. Yes, you heard it right. A workation, which is a completely made up word. And it's totally in line with the way I like to work with my clients. Your business should be a way, you should be creating your business in a way that supports your lifestyle choices. So why make it like work? Why not combine work and pleasure? So, you know, for me, one of the things I'm going to be doing as soon as I'm in Bali is I'll be out recceing new venues to host international retreats, which I've done before. I've hosted them in Thailand, and you can be sure that was serious fun. And so my plan going forward is to host different retreats in different countries around the world. So that is my version of a workation, because I am working, but I'm also totally in the vacation sort of vibe. So how can you turn your offers and what you do and the way you're showing up in the world into a workation? So this may be that you're making an offer that's, you know, perhaps you do a retreat somewhere here in the UK. Perhaps it is just that you host a one-day event in an extraordinarily beautiful location, a venue that totally excites you, where although it's only one day, it's like a mini spa day for your brain, where you get to go somewhere amazing, but you're still working with your clients, you're still delivering your service. Let me see what we've got in the comments here. Oh, Andy, hi, how are you? I've not seen you for a while. Nice to see you. Where have you been lately? Oh, you've been to South Africa, haven't you? Hope you're well. And Eileen's saying that's great about varying the pitch of your voice. Wow. Sheila, morning. Another one I've not seen for a while. Sheila is one of my old school clients who used to be in my Footloose and Fancy Free program. You so inspire me. Susan Francis, that's excellent. Yes, absolutely. Love that you're chatting to each other as well, ladies. So yeah, workation. How can you make your business like a workation? I mean, this is one of the things I absolutely love about these Facebook Lives, that I can do them from anywhere in the world. The last one is the fourth tip to make put more sparkle back in your biz is to be 100% gloriously you, which is basically what I've been saying throughout the whole of this. You know, the more you put into your business and brand, the more unique you'll be in the marketplace, and the less competition there will be, because you have your own unique DNA, you have your own personality, your own way of doing things, your own unique set of skills and experience and background and, you know, foibles and everything. When you bring that to the table, it acts as the most amazing calling card to you and your clients. But also, you will feel like you're working in a way that's in alignment to the truth of who you are. And so that is when it becomes a lot more sparkly, a lot more joyful, a lot more fun, and a lot easier. That is when you get into manifestation mode, because high vibrations attract more good. The better you feel, the better it gets. The better you feel, the better it gets. And the more good you attract into your life. So that is my final tip for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Share with me in the comments below what is your biggest aha, your biggest light bulb moment, or biggest idea that you've had from today's show. Drop it in the comments below. I want to hear from all of you, especially those lurkers and those of you who are listening into the replay. So I'm going to love you and leave you for now. I'm going to be broadcasting live at my personal page tomorrow morning, so come join me over there. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you same time, same place next Monday at 10 a.m. or some of you on Saturday at the Speaking Star Virtual Intensive. So if you'd like to learn more about that, head over to victoriaplayer.com/learn more. Have a fabulous week, everyone. Thanks for listening in. This is Victoria Player signing out. Bye for now.